Okay, Joe, we have reached the end of your 6117 that you got from Reddit. I just wanted to review the end of this one. So we both are on the same page, and if you see anything you don't like, we can take care of that before it comes back to you. Okay, so a couple things. We've been talking about crystals, and this is the one that I showed you that I went ahead and did some edge cleanup and some polishing on. Turning your bezel here, get that back. That's what the profile looks like, and you can see it does some edge magnification, which is kind of cool. Sorry for all the bad lighting, but it's a much smoother edge than, for example, here's the one you sent to me that came back with this particular group of watches. So let's see if we can show them crystal head to head here. I am going to zoom in a bit. Okay. So let's see if we can get that side profile shot. So they're the same crystal, absolutely 100% identical. And what I've done is I've tried to soften that edge. It's not the original crystal. Originals are much a little bit different. I wouldn't say much different, but they are somewhat different. So yeah, okay. So now that we're zoomed in, let's take a close look at some of the aspects here. So I didn't try and manipulate your hour hand at all. You still got that little buckle, and I straightened, but also did not try and over manipulate your second hand. Your minute hand's great, your GMT's great. I re-loomed a little bit here in this corner. It's very hard to match this sort of grainy loom, and that looks really, at this view you can sort of see it. At, I would say, this view, maybe, but not as well. I didn't want to manipulate this. These are, hard to come by, these end links. So I just left it in its current state. It is the way it is, I think. Everything else, I think, came out really well. Let's look at your numbers, your final numbers here. Put this on the Timegrapher. So, yeah, so it's going to come down just a bit. 270 is kind of just from the winding. There's a little bit of power that gets left over in the last moment of winding. So this is really, just fantastic. It's getting itself settled down, so it'll chill out in a moment. But clean signal, solid 250s, 240s. Let's let it calm itself down. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with the numbers as they are. There we go. I have my Timegrapher on extremely fast signal, so it kind of goes all over the place as things simmer down. But yeah, we're in the 250s. I call this about as good as we can get these movements, plus or minus a couple seconds a day. Tiny bit of beat error, but this is just really, really nice. Okay, so your watch is looking good. I'm really happy with where it all ended up. I'm going to get started on next watch. Please tell me if you don't want it to come back with this particular crystal. I'm happy to not modify the crystal at all, or not even put one on. If you have another one you'd like to put on, I can hold this indefinitely until that one comes, or whether or not you have one that you like that's on its way. we can certainly swap that out in the future. So, but movement-wise, I think we're good. I think we've gotten to a good spot. This is a beautiful watch in the end. Lots of good aesthetic things going on. A couple little details, but you know, people understand these things are 50 years old and they're just great. Okay, so that one's done. We're going to get moving on to your splendid golden ticket here. This is going to come next. So next up is Goldie. So I'm going to get started. We're going to tear this one down and do a little video of this. Again, we said that this one is in pretty good shape. Got a little bit of case back damage. Not going to mess with that. I think that's already one that I can probably open up. Oh, well, we haven't tried yet. So, you know, we're going to get going. This thing is just asking me to work on it. All right, so here's a couple of your watches. Let's just line them up so you get to look at everything that's either done or going to get done pretty soon. Here's this one. All right, so going to get started. Tearing this one down here. This one I'm going to set aside. These two I'm going to wait on a little bit more information, and we're going to just get this beauty back up and running to its full potential. Okay.